like the awkward part.
Hello, my name is Robin Byrd, and I'd like to thank you all for coming here today and allowing me to speak on something I'm very passionate about, global warming. Greta Thunberg, a 16-year-old environmental activist from Sweden, spoke to the UN Climate Action Summit in September. You've stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. And all you can talk about is money and your fairy tales of endless economic growth. How dare you? She said this to world leaders, many years older than her. This bravery exhibited is necessary to create the change needed. But beyond bravery, real solutions are essential. Greenhouse gas emissions are warming up the earth with devastating consequences. And only a handful of countries are responsible for the majority of the contribution of these gases in the atmosphere. The world needs to come together and create a comprehensive action plan with comprehensive technologies that can save our home. Now, as I mentioned, it's only a handful of countries that contribute the majority of these greenhouse gas emissions, and only 2 contribute nearly 50%, the United States and China. The Environmental Protection Agency released a report in 2014 that highlighted the United States was responsible for 15% of the global greenhouse gas emissions, and China doubles that at 30%. But in 2015, the world came together and created the first worldwide legal agreement against climate or for climate protection, the Paris Climate Agreement. And it seemingly worked. The world powerhouses were making major strides in cutting their carbon footprint. And then, in 2016, Donald Trump was elected president of the United States. And in 2017, announced his plans to leave the Paris Climate Agreement. And this seemingly was a catalyst for the world, for in 2018, for the first time since the agreement was signed, China, the United States, and India all increased their greenhouse gas emissions. And while the EU did manage to decrease, it was at a rate significantly lower than previously. It would seem Greta Thunberg was right. The world is more concerned with endless economic growth, as evidenced by the China-US trade war and the seemingly endless saga of Brexit. Now, economies do incite genuine concerns, but where is the concern for the unprecedented destruction caused by wildfires, hurricanes, rising sea levels? The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, highlights on their website the effects of global warming that can already be seen. Shrinking glaciers, changing animal migrations, and longer, more devastating heat waves, all contributing to these natural phenomena that are killing people. Understandably, there's a denial associated with the term global warming. For the measures necessary to curb future impact would forever change the comforts of life. The selfishness of that statement is not lost on me, and I hope it's not lost on you. And for those of you still concerned about the economics, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change boasts over 1,300 scientists from around the globe, and they estimate that the net impact of global warming will continually increase until serious action is taken. And the technologies necessary for taking serious action already exist, from a power plant that mimics biological plants burning carbon for energy, to solar panels and electric cars. The world needs to invest its economies into these green futures. Transitioning from a fossil-based planet won't be easy. But neither will a planet where the Earth is continuously warming, and only one of these options allows humans to continue to thrive without finding a new planet to live on. In conclusion, the United States and China are responsible for the majority of this change to our Earth, and they have a responsibility to facilitate change in the opposite direction. Global warming is real. Global warming is costly, and if it's ignored, global warming is deadly. Thank you.
We get to ask